We just built a multi-platform advertising dashboard in under 30 minutes utilizing AI. Here's how Firebase Studio's Gemini 2.5 is making the impossible routine for non-technical developers everywhere. So let's get inside. I'm going to show you exactly within 15 minutes how this works and how you can get started right away. Inside of Firebase Studio, which is Google's app building software and platform, and today they just announced that 2.5 Gemini is now available, and what that means is that there's a lot more context and memory space that this coder developing software can add. Now, I don't know what the price is. I think it's free at the moment, but it could go up at some point. I'm just going to share with you guys what I'm doing right now, and we're going to test it together and see how effective it is. Now, I am using it somewhere else. I'm using 2.5 somewhere else, and it's extremely effective, but I'm not doing it inside of the Firebase Studio for many reasons, but I'm not going to get into those right now. However, if you do follow me, go ahead and like and share, and at some point you could find out how I'm using AI. But let me just show you guys real quickly here what I did. So I said an app that I can connect to all of my ad accounts like Meta, TikTok, and Google Ads, and go high level to see how my ad spend is performing. Just to get back to, and it would be good to see how our emails, text, and AI voice and AI chat widgets are performing in Go High Level, all on one dashboard. All right, so let's see what it came up. So here's a plan for what we're prototyping this app. Take a look at below to customize as needed, or if you're already selected prototypes, prototype this app. So I'm just going to see what it came up with. This is more of creating a doc for what it is that you want to do, right? So Add View Central. Cool. Came up with actually a cool kind of name. Add View Central. Its features: add account connections, connect and authenticate multiple ad accounts, Meta, TikTok, Google, and other APIs. Go High Level integration. Connect to Go High Level API and access emails, SMS, voice, AI voice, and AI chat widget performance data, dashboard visualizations. Display key advertising metrics, spend, impressions, conversions, etc. Email performance, SMS performance, AI analytics, and performance anomaly detection. So I don't know, we'll detect statistically. So there's a couple more things I want to say. So let's track ROI, ad spend, lead counts, LTV of leads, LTV of scheduled calls, and average. So let's see, cost per ad cost per sell. These are some really good metrics. If I can figure out what my ad cost per sell is, then I'm like, oh, cool. If I'm making $2,000 or $3,000 per sell and it costs me $200 per sell, I would do that all day long. 10x, an easy 10x. And now that's a really good number. It could be less, it could be more. It really just depends. You just fix this here, and then let's see what it comes up with. So it's basically just updated what I'm looking to performance and anomaly detection. Let's see. Dashboard visualize, display key advertising metrics, spend, impressions, conversions, ROI, ad cost per sell, etc. in a consolidated dashboard view. So maybe there's a ROAS, return of ad spend. Maybe I want to have that in there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just you want to see combined what they're all doing. So I'm going to go ahead and click just prototype this ad. It's going to build it in TypeScript, Next.js, JavaScript, and Tailwind CSS. So it's deciding for me what it's going to do. Now, TypeScript is like a front-end Python script, I believe. And then it's going to use AI, Gemini, and GenKit. So let's just see what it comes up with. Let's just see. I'm going to hit prototype. And now it's going to go ahead and just start creating the software. Now, what I'm going to do is probably fast forward this so you guys can see quickly what's going on. Might pause in between a couple of sections here that will explain what I'm seeing and try to explain to you guys, if you're new to development worlds, what's going on. Pending changes. So it's literally going to work right now. It shows these different files and these different kits for the AI detection, performance anomalies. That's just a file, but it'll basically allow I think this .ts is a file that is used for AI, so AI can quickly read what these things are. I'm not sure what .md is, but blueprint.md is going through there, reasoning about. So let's prototype this app. So now it's going to go ahead and start prototyping the app. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. And I'm just resuming real quickly. You can see it literally just working there. It's just going to town, working through this whole thing. And you guys are going to come up, we're going to see something at the end. We'll see what it comes up with. Now, I may need to pause this again, let it just continue to work, because it'll take a little bit to build something like this. Now it's actually checking for errors. It just went through all of these files. It built out all of these files within, I'm going to say, a couple of minutes. Extremely fast. This would be something that would probably take a couple of months if I put a developer on it. Maybe a developer that's utilizing AI could probably get it done in about a week or two, maybe 2 weeks tops, maybe 3 weeks tops. But it's cooking right now. It's going, it's flowing, and it's doing its thing. I'm going to go ahead and pause it again. So it just switched to this screen. So it's going to literally show me something. I've only had this on pause for maybe like 5 or 6 minutes at this point. So it kind of gives you an idea how quickly this is doing. And starting the app is taking a while. I could click maybe this investigated. Not really sure. Maybe it also found some errors, because AI will write a lot of code in error. AI is, talking to someone last night about AI, and they said that it's kind of like if you tell AI to draw a picture of an elephant in a room, because you told it not to, it's going to do exactly that. And the best way I could say is that it reminds me of how kids act. If you tell a kid not to eat the candy, it's going to eat the candy. So same kind of thing. I detected an error, so right now I'm going to go ahead and hit fix errors. Errors are going to happen. This is very new. The fact that it's already just created what it's created is phenomenal. Nothing like this before. But I do want to mention that there are going to be errors, like I was saying. So it found errors. Let's see how well it figures out how to fix the errors on its own. I'm not a developer, guys. I know a little bit of names of things, and I can understand a little bit about what a database is, a little bit about what a library is, but I don't know how to write these div class names and stuff like that. I don't know what they mean. I can read them and have an idea, but there's also so many different code languages. So like this one says it's using TypeScript and a certain type of CSS. CSS is like give you design and help you figure out move things around and give you stylistic things. So I know that, but I don't know how to write it. I don't know what this div class space y. So this is like direction that you're giving the code to let it know where it's at. But that's about it. And there's different commands and stuff like that. All right, cool. So encountered 2 children of the same key. So so there's duplicate issue here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the fix button, fix the duplicate issue. There's also things here that is probably going to be difficult for the average person to do, which is creating databases. If you're using Firebase, I'm pretty sure they're going to set up their own through Firestore and Firebase. So you're probably going to connect it to whatever Firebase account is connected to this page that I have. I'm not sure, but it already is coming up with things. So it's already coming up with the page it showed, but there's a runtime error. I don't know really what a runtime error is. I just know that it's an error. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to click this fix error thing. This may not create, at the end of the day, it may not create what I'm looking for, but it might give me a good starting point, and then I could hand it over to some developer to finish it up. The only thing the developer is going to do, though, is just take the front end and back end that it built and then connect it into some kind of hosting. But like I said, Firebase, they might do that automatically with Firebase because they're trying to sell you access to their hosting, and maybe that's how they're giving this away for free at the moment. I'm not really sure. But the fact that it's going out, searching APIs, searching everything that it needs to do to create this, and then finding errors right away and recognizing that there's an error in a certain container and then fixing that container for me is pretty phenomenal, pretty amazing what it's going to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it again, and I'll let you guys know what happens after I run through some of these errors. So I'm back here, and look guys, this is pretty much created just what the dashboard's going to look like. Again, this is just a fast and dirty way for me to show you quickly how this works. But ad accounts, I don't even know what they've done. Let me just see if it'll let me choose some of these areas. Doesn't really look like it, does it? Just has the dashboard. Is there any integrations, settings? Not a lot that I can do. It does. It's just like a, what do you call it? It's just like a quick little way to create a dashboard. Just see, it does have a lot of stuff here. It has an AI anomaly detection built in. It's pretty cool. Recent campaigns, it'll tell me the campaigns. It's got a decent look, and it would work good for anybody that wants to create a quick little dashboard for their business. A lot of people spend a lot of money on dashboards. I'm going to ask it here, dashboard looks rad, but I cannot click anything. And we work on the qualities. All right, and even if you misspell something, it'll still figure it out. A lot of times I've worked with AI a lot, and so even if I misspell something, my spelling is not the best. And it doesn't matter. You can misspell stuff and it will actually come out with still a good output. So I'm asking it right now, basically the dashboard looks rad, but I cannot click anything. Can we work on the functionalities? That's where I spelled functionalities wrong. I spelled functionalities to work. So there we go. So of course, it's not fun having cool looking dashboards if you can't interact with it. I can definitely help bring it to life. Good first step is to making the navigation links in the sidebar functional. I'll create a placeholder page for each section and wire up the links so you can navigate between them. Now you can click around. So now that's how quick that went through. Let's just see if it's really allowing me to click around. It's not. Let me see if I refresh the page. Does it allow me to refresh it? Yes, it does. Now let's look. Nope. Or maybe it's still refreshing something. No. So these are just placeholders, like it said, and it's just on this side, it looks like. It moves a little bit slow, I noticed. So I'll say, yes, I see the placeholders. It runs a little slow. Maybe you can minimize that a bit. And the settings does not work in the top right. And let's make these more than just placeholders. Let's make them work. And it's pretty phenomenal, guys. In less than 20 minutes at this point, I've gotten this far. I'm going to go ahead and pause it again just for the sake of time, but we'll talk soon. So back here, it looks like they put settings here, which is interesting. It was here, but the AI decided to put one here. I would probably tell it to change those, and you might be able to do something like this. So I might be able to go, like, if I can screenshot it and right in here, to see if it'll let me add screenshots into it. It does. Now this looks like you have duplicates, the same stuff. Also, the dark mode does not work. Right? I'm just letting in simple stuff. While that is kind of figuring it out, what it needs to do, let's just look at this again, see what changes have come in here. I'm probably going to end this video here real soon too, because it is getting a little bit long, but this is just an example of what you can do with Firebase Studio. I'm sure obviously it's not just that easy. Like, it was pretty easy, but I'm sure there's stuff that you have to tie in. So my next thing is, like, how is it going to connect to ad accounts? It's already creating stuff here, but let's just see if I go to Meta, is it going to actually open up Meta? Doesn't necessarily look like it does. It's still more of a placeholder, I'm guessing. Let's see what it says for Go High Level, Interactive Act Connected. So yeah, it is just placeholders. It's showing me what it's going to look like. If I wanted to continue to build this, I would have to spend some time on each of these things. But hey, ultimately, this is only going to take you, maybe a week or two to build something like this, is my point. It's a very simple app. I'm just trying to connect to APIs with different accounts that I'm using. I could add more here. I can add more ad accounts here as long as it's really growing. And say I wanted to create a dashboard for a customer of mine. Maybe I just make these like custom dashboards for customers of mine. So I'd want to make sure that I siloed, the account. So I'd have like a name for the account. So maybe this would be under Z Acne Corporation 1, and I'd have XYZ Acne Corporation 2. Maybe I'd have like a drop down right here that you pick which business that you're showing. And you put this behind a wall, so that way it's protected. You put like sign up wall and password. And it's still like working on some of the stuff here, obviously, while we're talking. But that's what I would do here. Like, this is just, again, a simple just demo of literally how quickly you can do this. And I would say video is going to be shorter, but 30 minutes is about how long it took me at this point to get to where I'm at. Okay. So it's having some issues. I would just let it continue to run. I can hit this investigate. Look, it's going to investigate what the app is. You have to work through this stuff anyways, and developers, that's what they do. They debug, they find code online, they cut and paste some of the code. Boom, guys, look at that. Now the dark mode is even working. It fixed the dark mode, so that must have been one of the other issues that was coming up. Well, now it's permanently, oh, there you go. light mode, dark mode. Very cool. And then I said that it was duplicated here, so now it's maybe working on some of that, maybe not. I don't know. I have to figure out, but that is it in a nutshell. It's just going to keep working there, and I haven't published it. I can switch to code, which is interesting. I'm not a coder, but if a developer wanted to use something like this, they could switch to code. Once you publish it, I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. I'm not going to mess with that right now. But yeah, this is just my quick little dirty video on what Firebase Studio can do, and right now it's free to use as far as I'm aware. You do have to sign up at studio.firebase.google.com. You may have to sign up for something. You might have to set up Firebase's hosting and your storage, your memory and storage and stuff like that. They also do authentication, like Google authentication. It'll also set up the ways to sign up and sign in to create your own passwords. So that kind of stuff does need to be done. That could take a day, maybe 2 days to set up. I don't know. I haven't messed with this. But I am utilizing Gemini 2.5, which is really amazing for developing code. Pretty astonishing where we're at with AI at this point. Go ahead and play with it. It's just a playground. If you have some ideas, you might want to use something else to actually do some of the other stuff. I'm very involved with this as well. If you haven't seen it yet, I am the creator of Codevibin, codevibin.com. If it's not up yet, that's fine. It will be. But if it is, you could sign up there. You could see exactly what I'm using to do this kind of stuff. And we can go from there. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.